This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is precisely 1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Chandima Veerakon. Headlines. Archbishop of Colombo says that the truth of the Easter Sunday attack should be revealed. The need of unity is essential to eradicate extremism from the world. Health Minister says that AstraZeneca vaccination has not been suspended. Justice Minister emphasizes that Sri Lankan law is being implemented in the port city. Sport Minister pledges there will be no room for political mediation in sports. Middle East states dominate list of top executioners in 2020, says Amnesty. Local stories in detail. The Requiem Mass was held to mark the 2-year commemoration of the victims of Easter Sunday attack. It was held at the Kochikade St. Anthony Shrine this afternoon, under the patronage of Archbishop of Colombo, Malcolm Cardinal Ranjith. He said the truth of the Easter Sunday attack should be revealed without hidden facts. The Cardinal also emphasized that the all-human society should get together without any differences of nation, religion and languages against the culprits of the attack. He recalled his gratitude to the Buddhist people, including the Mahasangha, who gave the strength to the Catholic people at their time of suffering. He said he will never forget the support and the brotherhood they showed patiently at this tragedy. He reiterated that the need of the unity is essential to eradicate extremism from the world. Professor Rohan Gunaratne says that the previous government did not take any action against extremism. This situation had led to the Easter Sunday attack. In the year 2009, after eradication of terrorism in the country, the security situation has been strengthened, and all paths were obstructed to raise its head again. But the previous government has failed to strengthen security in the country. He made these remarks participating in the Subhati program of the SLBC this morning. Presidential Councillor Director General Dr. Haritha Gupta Rohanadira said that the reason for the Easter Sunday attack is due to the irresponsibility of the leaders of the previous government. The national security of the country during that period had collapsed. He also said that the Attorney General has already commenced to take legal action against the responsible persons for the attack. Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi said in Parliament today that AstraZeneca vaccination program has not been suspended. Answering to a question raised by opposition leader Sajith Premadasa, she said the second dose of the vaccine will begin on the first week of next month. She emphasized that according to the WHO recommendations, the coronavirus has not been socialized in Sri Lanka. She also stated that the estate hospitals will be taken over to the central government. 44 such hospitals have already been taken over. Minister Namal Rajapaksa has assured no room will be allowed for political mediation for any sport. The conducting system on office bearers for each sport should be changed. He said in Parliament a draft bill has been prepared to amend the Sport Act. All ministers and opposition parliamentarians have arrived to the Parliament today wearing black in view of the 2-year completion of the Easter Sunday attack. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva says that necessary measures have been taken to bring back the Sri Lankan women stranded in the detention camps in Saudi Arabia. The International Amnesty Organization revealed these facts about these women. After that, the Saudi government has agreed to send them back to Sri Lanka at a discussion held between the Sri Lanka government and Saudi Arabia. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva has advised the relevant authorities to provide all facilities to those women to bring them back following health guidelines. Accordingly, 156 Sri Lankan women are to be brought back. To conclude the local news, the headlines again. Archbishop of Colombo says that the truth of the Easter Sunday attack should be revealed. The need of unity is essential to eradicate extremism from the world. Health Minister says that AstraZeneca vaccination has not been suspended. Justice Minister emphasizes that Sri Lankan law is being implemented in the port city. Sports Minister pledges there will be no room for political mediation in sports. That ends local news.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In the main news story, Minister Ali Sabri has emphasized that Sri Lankan law is being implemented in the Colombo port city. The overall land belongs to the Sri Lankan government. At present, a gazette notification has been issued handing over the full rights to the Urban Development Authority. There is no truth in the statement made by some elements that the port city is a part of China. That ends the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Moving on to Watch Light. The residents say that a lane of the Colombo-Badulla main road have been obstructed for many years in two places of the Impulpe-Alut Nuwara area. The authorities have not paid their attention to renovate these places. They request the relevant authorities to take measures to renovate these places before reoccurrences of accidents such as the Passara incident. That ends Watch Light.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this out of the season. People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this out of the season. Call 011 206 300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Headlines of the world news. Middle East states dominate list of top executioners in 2020, says Amnesty. UN calls for concrete proof of life from UAE. Russia plans its own space station in 2025. 4 of the world's 5 top executioners in 2020 were Middle East states, Amnesty International says. Iran, Egypt, Iraq and Saudi Arabia accounted for 88% of the 483 reported executions worldwide, according to a report by the human rights group. It accuses them of displaying a ruthless and chilling persistence in putting people to death despite the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. The global total was the lowest in a decade, but it did not include China. China is believed to execute thousands of people each year, but the true extent of its use of the death penalty is unknown as the data is a state secret. The UN has called for the United Arab Emirates to provide concrete proof that Princess Latifa Al Maktoum, the daughter of Dubai's ruler reportedly being held in detention, is alive. In a statement issued in Geneva yesterday, UN human rights experts also said she should be released urgently. Princess Latifa tried to flee Dubai in 2018. In footage shared with BBC Panorama, she says commandos drugged her and flew her back to detention. The UN says it needs more information. As tensions simmer between Russia and a number of Western countries on the ground, the head of the Russian Space Agency has announced work has begun on a space station of its own. The International Space Station, ISS, was launched in 1998 by the Russian and US space agencies and has been hailed for its exemplary cooperation involving numerous countries. But Russian officials have indicated they could pull out of the ISS in 2025. Russia's Roscosmos space agency says its agreement with international partners runs out in 2024. That ends the world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
The best discount in this Urdu season. People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Moving on to development news. Galle District Office of the Irrigation Department says that a program to protect Ginganga is being implemented. Accordingly, planting of kumbuk saplings in either side of the river has already commenced. The aim of this move is to protect water resources and river banks. Taking a look at sports news, the first test match between Sri Lanka team and Bangladesh is being held at the Pallekele International Stadium. Bangladesh team won the toss and batted first. Bangladesh team scored 106 runs for 1 wicket when halting the match for lunch. That ends sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
And on business news, People's Bank Investment Banking Unit sought to reach a new high in its track record by successfully ensuring oversubscription of the Ceylon Electricity Board debenture issue, the largest ever listed debenture issue in Sri Lanka for 20 billion rupees. Accordingly, CEB senior unsecured listed redeemable rated debentures with a maturity period of 5 years was oversubscribed on the opening day of itself, thus consolidating PBI BU's position as the undisputed leader in investment banking in Sri Lanka.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News. Courtesy of
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Moving on to economic news, Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says that more than 6,000 new tourist attraction destinations in the island have been identified. A gazette notification in this regard is to be declared as tourism zones. The development of infrastructure facilities in these places will begin in next month. At present, there are 7 tourism zones in Nura Elia, Alla, Arugambay, Pasikuda, Kalpitia, Yala and Bentota. That ends economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Moving on to the weather report. The Met Department says showers and thundershowers will occur at several places in Sabaragamuwa, Central, Uva, Western, North Central and Southern provinces after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, above 75 millimeters, can be expected at some places in Central, Uva, Sabaragamuwa, Western and Southern provinces. That ends the weather report. And to conclude this bulletin of news, the headlines once again. Archbishop of Colombo says that the truth of the Easter Sunday attack should be revealed. The need of unity is essential to eradicate extremism from the world. Health Minister says that AstraZeneca vaccination has not been suspended. Justice Minister emphasizes a Sri Lankan law is being implemented in the port city. Sports Minister pledges there will be no room for political mediation in sports. Middle East states dominate list of top executioners in 2020, says Amnesty. With that, we conclude this bulletin of news from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.